So please tell me one thing, that whether my screen is visible to you or not. Is it visible? Please respond. My this one is not working. Can you see my slides? Can you see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, just one time, let me check if I can still connect with this. Yeah, now it is working. Okay. Yeah, I think I. I was not able to connect with this laptop. I was trying to connect with this. Okay, now you can comment. Is it visible to you, all of you? Okay, now fine. So we are delayed. Okay, now this is better. Handling all this thing from the cam, handling all this thing from this cam phone is very difficult. Okay, so now I've done two things, and let me straight away go to this particular problem where I ask you to find the front and rear value in and now are you okay with this particular problem that we have calculated some front and rear value? So please respond one time. Is this okay? This problem. Screen is not visible. Okay. Okay. Let me share it again. Please respond. Your screen is visible now. Okay. What is happening? Okay. Is it now visible?
Okay.
Okay. Still not visible. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now we can begin. Visible. Okay. So now this is the problem that we have done last class, Saturday already. We have done this. And please tell me now, this is clear to you or not? Is this question is clear to you? Okay. So here in this particular question, we have seen one statement, and here I left that this particular. Lastly, when I try to enter 1, 2, 3, okay, try to enter the values over here. Up to here 1, 2, 3, and 5 values. Max value is equal to 10, and then 6 is 2, and then we find f is equal to here. I have I'm really facing today few issues with my network. It's coming and going. I want to continue the class. Okay. Now here, one scenario I'm giving you that before we go to the move to the next part, that is a circular cube, is this, and I hope I am audible and my screen is visible. I'm not asking you again. If it is not, then please comment. Then if I say that in our implementation, if I start with f equal to 0 and rear equal to 0, okay, minus 1 and rear equal to minus 1. Then if I insert three element, then first element inserted, f will be equal to 1 front and rear will be equal to 1. Inserting 2, rear will become 2. Inserting 3, rear will become 3. Inserting 4, rear will become 4. Inserting 5, rear will become 5. Okay. So rear was okay. Rear was starting from 0. Okay, let me rewrite the situation. So rear will start from 0 and rear will become 0 and front will become 0. Then rear will become 1. Then for this one, rear will become 2. Then rear will become 3 and finally rear will become your 4. Suppose my maximum capacity, maximum is 5. So I inserted 5 straight away by performing the operation that is known as your NQ. NQ1 I have done, then NQ2, then 3, then 4, and then 5. Then my maximum capacity is 5, and after that if I say NQ6, okay, NQ6, then what it will do is this. It will see here and say that Q pointing to rear pointer is it equal to max minus 1? Is it the largest limit that we have reached? If it is true, okay, then what it will do is it will say Q is full. You cannot have more than this many element over here. Okay, so that way it will stop here and it will not allow you to put further value. Okay, so 6 will not enter. Now suppose I do DQ in this case, and we know that DQ returns element. I perform 2 times DQ in this case. So now DQ, it will first delete the element from the front and make it front equal to 1, and then it will delete the element 2 and then make it front is equal to 2. Okay. Now, so now I deleted 2 element and now there is a 2 space. And now I want to again, if I after 2 DQ again, if I say NQ6, this NQ6 will not allow again, will not allow to insert. Now, why? And very simple scenario that 5 people can stand in a queue in a counter, and 6 person is not allowed, 6 person is not allowed, and then 2 person have already been served. Okay, very simple scenario. 2 person already served, and then again I want some person want to stand in the queue, then it will not be allowed. Okay, why? The simple reason is that in this case the rear pointer is at max minus 1. So this is completely unfair, right? This is completely unfair that we have a space, we have this space over present, and still I can't use the space. And the simple reason is what? The rear pointer is max minus 1. It is pointing to this. So this is a genuine problem that we have a space, but we cannot insert the new element, and only because of the simple reason that we have our rear pointer is pointing to max minus 1. Is it clear the problem instance? Please respond. Is the problem is clear to you that what I am saying here? Good. So because it is pointing to the location which is not still empty, but we cannot fill it because the pointer is not allowing. Our code is written in such a way, and that is not a good idea. Okay, that is really not a good idea that uh, we should not allow anything, and because only a rear pointer is not pointing to that. Okay, so what we need to do here in this case is we need some modification in this. We need some modification in this, and that's why the concept comes here is of circular cube. Okay, the next topic is your circular cube. So now we will learn about the next topic as a circular cube. So rather than treating this entire thing as a consecutive element, consecutive sequence of element, and fixing something as rear maximum limit to max minus 1, rear is equal to max minus 1 is my case of what case of full. This won't work because six, it is full. Then I say delete one, delete, and then I say in NQ, then in that case, we must utilize this empty spaces. This empty space must be utilized. Okay. And what about this empty space? So in this empty space, what we can do? We can have element. So rather than we are doing what? We are doing front plus plus. Once we reach to the maximum limit, max minus 1, what we'll do, we are going to make a circle out of it. We are going to move backward in this position. Okay, so rather than doing front is equal to front plus plus, okay, plus plus front, what we can do here in this case is we can again make a circle and start filling the element, start filling from where? From 0 index. Okay, so this is the idea. Is the idea is clear to you? Please comment. Is the idea is clear to you? Please everyone, please respond here whether it is clear or not. Shravanti, Aparna Sai, Lavanya, please respond here. Not a very good day for this session, but Again, I'm trying to make most of it, most out of it. Mm, please have patience. I can't help because there is some genuine network issues there. Mm, okay. So now this is the code, and this is the code, and in this code, this is a circular env. Rest of the function will not be. Rest of the function will remain same, but this is a enq operation. Now, so think of the situation, same situation, and we will have another full situation, another condition for full. Taking very simple example, and I'm inserting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this. Inserting 1, the moment I insert 1, front will become 0. Then insert 2, rear will become 2. Insert 3, insert 4, and then I insert 5. And that will make rear pointing to 4. Okay. Then I am deleting 2 element. I delete 2 element out of it. 2 elements. And that will make it as F1 is deleted, and F will become 1 is deleted, F will now point here, F is equal to 1. Okay. So F will become 1, and then another delete operation will be there, and F will finally become 2. 3, 4, 5. And F front is here and rear is at 4. Now, since we are considering a circular cube, since we are considering it as a circular cube, then what will happen? The next r equal to 4, the next insertion, if I do again 2nq operation, then to start filling the element here. That means suppose I insert 6 and 7, then rest will remain same. F is 3, 4, 5, F is still here. Then 6 will be inserted here, rear will come to in this position, and 7 insertion, rear will now come into this position. Now, rear is here, front is here, okay, this implementation. Now, in this case, what will happen is now again, Q is full. Q is again full. But this time, if you check, is R rear is equal to max minus 1, so that becomes false. This becomes false statement, isn't it? It's a false statement that no, rear is not at max minus 1. Okay. So now we have two conditions for checking whether it is full or not. Okay. So only saying Q pointing to rear max minus 1 is not enough. Okay. Is not enough. Okay. So Q pointing to rear is equal to max minus 1. This is one condition for being full. And I believe that okay, I believe I need to check two things here. Okay, let me just modify this one. This is not correct. I need to check these two things. Huh? Wait. I need to check Q pointing to front. Q and this operator is front is equal to 0 and Q pointing to rear is equal to max minus 1. This I need to check, because otherwise this will become wrong. Okay, so coming back here, I will check here whether Q prime pointing to front equal to 0. Otherwise, so the same condition that I deleted 2 items and 3, 4, 5 and this. So again, this item, this is the first condition of checking whether the front pointer, this one, front pointer is at 0 and the rear pointer is at max minus 1. Okay, so this condition I need to check, or I need to check the condition q pointing to rear plus 1 is equal to front. So this is the one condition, that front equal to 0 and rear is equal to 4, and both should be true simultaneously. That's why and. Or what can happen is this condition, that rear plus 1 q pointing to rear plus 1 is pointing to front. Okay, so that condition I will check, and in that case I will say q is full. Any doubt in this? Please comment and respond. Great. Clear. Okay, so now here this is the case, and this that I have checked here, that it is front plus 1 is equal to rear, or q is equal to uh, q pointing to rear plus 1 is equal to front. These two condition can be also summarized in a single condition. Okay. If I say here uh, that if I say plus plus q pointing to rear, okay, q pointing to rear modulo max, please comment whether it will be, whether this is equal to two condition or is equal to q pointing to front. Please tell this condition is this condition, and please verify and then say, don't randomly answer. Is it visible? I guess. And if it is not, then plus plus, first you increment, what you increment is rear, and then do modulo max, and it is exactly equal to your q pointing to front index. Please let me know whether it is clear or not. Is this statement that I have written is equivalent to these two conditions? Will it check or not? Please take your time and then answer. No random answer. Aparna, please respond. Shravanti has already responded. Please respond whether these two statement checking this way and checking this way is it okay or not. So see here, if the rear is pointing at 4, then I'll do first rear plus plus, and in that case 4 will become 5. 5 modulo 5 will become 0, and q pointing to front is at 0. Okay, so checking this thing, yeah, right, max minus 1. Now even if it is not here and it is somewhere here, that way around, that rear is at this place and front is at this place, that means index wise it is 0 and 1, then also plus plus and modulo, if I do max here, okay, modulo max here, that in that case, so if it is less than 0, then the same value will come, 1 will come, and 1 plus 1 it will becomes 2, and that way okay, then I can say that plus plus rear modulo max is equal to q pointing to front or not. Any other, anything else? Yeah, it works. Only one problem is with the statement that it will modify your rear value. Okay? It may, because there is a plus plus operator I'm using, so it may modify the rear value. So rather than I can say this one, that q pointing to rear plus 1, I just want to check the condition, no modification. So I just want to check the condition that q pointing to rear, rather than writing, because the technical thing, the plus plus operator will actually modify, it's equal to your assignment. It will modify the value of rear. I don't want any modification. I just want the checking. So here in this case, q pointing to rear plus 1 rather than plus plus, and modulo max is equal to q pointing to front. So now stick to this. Both the conditions separately you can check, or you can write this value over here, that q pointing to front max minus 1, and that is equal to front, and this will work. Right? So plus plus instead of plus plus, this is something that I am writing here only. So this is equal to your, in this case is equal to front, and we have again check the relation. Now what we'll do is this. There's a two statement that is written after this, and that in statement is is equivalent to incrementation of your rear value. Okay? Incrementation of a rear value, and here I have written it separately, but again I will give you few hints, and that I will modified version I will also write that if it is max minus 1, if it is pointing to the last location r equal to 4, then after next incrementation will be at 0. Next incrementation will be at 0. Correct? So now in this case, yes, so it will assign the value to 0, otherwise we will do q pointing to rear plus plus, and here we'll do the modification. Okay? Here we'll do the modification. Okay, so now right now equivalent to those two statement, again I am writing one statement. Can I write this thing? Can I write this thing that q pointing to rear is equal to plus plus q pointing to rear, and then again I can say modulo max. Can again say I need to increment the rear. What is the idea? First increment the rear and then insert the value. Can I write this thing? Q pointing to rear is equal to plus plus q pointing to rear. Can I write this statement over here? Modulo max. Is it equivalent to this two statement? Again, look at closely and then answer. Without this, do not answer randomly. That max minus 1 is getting incremented to what? 0, last to 0. Otherwise, it will be normal incrementation, and I'll write q pointing to rear plus plus. Please again answer one time. That is it okay? The new statement is equivalent to this. So I'm giving you variation. The only thing is I'm giving you variation, and I want you to understand that variation is okay or not. Please check. Very carefully. Okay. Yes. So I can either use these two statement that q pointing to rear is equal to max minus 1, then increment to this rear, or I can say directly q pointing to rear plus plus. Then what we do, we increment and then we put the value. So q pointing to rear is equal to element, and if the q pointing to front is at minus 1, then again I will assign it to 0. Okay? So that is your code for NQ operation. Okay, that is the code for the NQ operation. Okay, so this will work, and we can say that we are successfully able to NQ, and if we are at the last position, then I can really switch back to the next position in this case. Okay. Great. Now come to the DQ part. DQ part will be also the same thing, that MTQ. And when, how we check the MTQ, because every time if front and rear MTQ I have written in this case, and we know that MTQ check what? The MTQ is a function that returns by checking Q pointing to front, where it is pointing is exactly equal to -1. So if it is yes, then MTQ will return true. If it is false, then it will return 0. So if it is true, then Q is empty and it will return -1, and it will go on from there. Otherwise, we need to first take the value and then I will check the condition. Okay? Then I will check the condition that whether Q and Q pointing to front is exactly equal to Q pointing to rear. So first I will take out the value, then I will check the condition. Otherwise, the same thing, that if it is front is at max -1, and that also it will, what it will do, wrap around, and then it will return, then it will be incremented to 0, otherwise Q pointing to front plus plus. So we have only one condition for checking Q is empty, and that condition is Q pointing to front is exactly equal to -1. This is the only condition that we are checking in this case. Same incrementation and returning the value of data. Okay, so now I want you to look at both of this algorithm so very closely, so that I can give you some question related with this. So please look at this algorithm very closely, and please try to understand, grasp it, and just go through once, and then I'll ask a few questions related with insertion and deletion. Okay, so please go through it. This is the NQ part, and this is the DQ part. NQ part, if you have seen, then look at DQ also. Is it okay? Please respond. Yes. Now I have few question for you, and look at this question. Max is declared as 10 and front and rear index after the following operation. Now you have to only comment that what will be the front and rear index after performing the following operation. So please respond with this answer. Look at the question and please respond there. Whether it is what will be the answer for this question. Please answer. One after. Don't solve the entire question. Please answer one after another. Like we can complete few questions. Ravanti is answering few questions. Okay, fine. Aparna, please answer so that I can say verify few things. Good. Any other answer? Ravanti is answering 3 and 4. Okay, let's complete this. So max is declared as 10, and let me write the 10th position over here so that you will get the glimpse of it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So NQ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm inserting the element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now after that, if you look at where your front of the front will become here 0 and rear will be at here, rear will be here. The first answer is F is equal to 0 and rear is equal to 4. Then 3 times DQ has been performed. So first delete and then increment, delete, increment, delete, and then first delete and then increment, delete and then increment, delete and then increment. This F will become this. The second answer is 3 and 4, and let me just clear it so that you'll able to understand in a better way that I deleted this, this, and this, and front and rear. Then 6, 7, 8, 9 is inserted. Increment and then 6, increment and insert, 7, increment and then insert, 8, increment and then insert, and 9 is insert. R will be here. So third answer is F front is at 3 and rear is at 8. Okay, so anyone with third answer as 3 and 8? Yeah. Aparna Sai has answer 3 and 8. And then we have 2 times DQ. So first delete and then increment. First delete and then increment. F will come over here. And let me just erase those parts. And it is at 5 and 8. 5 and 8. Finally, NQ, NQ, and NQ 3 times. So increment and insert 10. Rear will be here. increment, then max minus 1, rear will be here, 11, and increment and then insert, rear will be here and it will be 12. Erasing the rest of the part, this, this, and this, and that will make the rear pointer pointing to 1, rear will be 1, and front will be at 5. This is your final answer. So, yeah. Those who have answered, their answer is absolutely correct. And congratulations that now you have learned this circular cube also. Okay. So this is something about the circular cube. Okay. So am I clear with this circular cube? Everyone please respond. Clear. Good. Okay, so that is all for this discussion, for today's discussion, though we started late, but again, maybe you have the next class and I have also some assignment with me. So we'll stop here. Thank you for today.